random day today.
King got some bumps.
Bumps? Like what kind of bumps?
One day his underwear, one day his nose. And Papa,
What?
you know why you didn't tell my mama cut that bump off?
What?
Why you didn't tell my mama cut that bump off? Mama, you have to cut that bump off. Papa, I know that you had got something new. You said you was gonna get something new last night.
I didn't play it today. Hey, it's super cold.
Papa, I thought you was in the garage. You just switched.
Yeah, just for a second. Update.
What? I can't even do it. Because I'm not trying to break it. Don't touch my thing. Oh. You just don't move it.
Please.
Papa, I got a pencil. Papa, this pencil for you.
Thanks.
Papa, enjoy. You playing solo?
I'm playing squads by myself.
I was just thinking that. forgot that was the wrong way. You even forgot. I'm sorry. I know 400 plus 300. Papa.
What?
I mean, I did 30 plus 30. 60.
You was right.
What 7 makes 15? What 7 makes it? What the same thing as it said? 15. 7 plus 15. What that? 21. Sing it ABC. Read them backwards. Oh my God. Ice. I didn't know it had ice in here. Hey, look. He ran away from the police.
Put him in that chair. I can't sit on this bed. That green chair right there in the living room.
It's like a... Why the stove on?
Ask your mama. Why you run by her to come ask me that? Yeah. Why?
It's not working right now. See? You can help me load it.
No. You see what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Son of my 2 kills, man. You see that, huh? Top 10 with 2 kills, son. 4th place, man. 2 kills. What's wrong with you, man? Huh? What's wrong with you? How your grades was today? Huh?
My mom knows that I don't.
find somewhere to hide, man. All this good shit I got, I can win this bitch. Keep that right there. Just in case I gotta make a quick exit. King, look. Our 4th place last game. Look like
8th place.
It might be 3 squads. I might be 3rd place.
If you win.
If I win squad by myself, that ought to be telling y'all niggas something. Start listening to me.
If you win, that means you the best player.
I ain't gonna say all that.
Versus
I just
solo
passed my
versus
challenge.
squads. If you win, or if you one of the people who got 8th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, or 1st place, all 4. Not 5th, not 6th, not 7th, not 8th, not 9, not 10.
I got third place. Soon as I max out, I'm gonna just play solo. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
I know if you 11 times 10.
What?
110.
Uh-huh.
You know where I got it from?
Well,
Nobody.
what you doing? Mic check, my mic ain't working. Dude, you got your shirt tucked in your drawers. Fucking. You only do that when you dressed up in a suit. Or uniform. What you doing, man?
Some pins.
these bitches who refuse to talk about LSU, man. Boy, y'all ain't shit.
to go. Cause you wanna see?
Bitch. Get from off outside. Bitch.
Georgia or Florida on the schedule, and South Carolina only once. And LSU, of course, gets the Floridas and Georgias. And, I mean, this is not a fluke. These are Alabama graduates that permeate the whole SEC office. When a call goes to the replay booth, it's Alabama natives. From Alabama, Redding to whoever's up there, they all have strong ties to the University of Alabama. This is all we're saying. Everybody in Louisiana has known this for years. There's a definite slant and a system that's rigged toward one school because they're all Alabama graduates in the SEC office. That is what Carville meant.
It is located in Alabama. Why in the hell does it have to be located there?
Some of them are, yes. There's no question.
Some is too damn many.
Do you think in
some is too many?
Herb Vinson, who's the PR director.
Bunch of Harvey Updikes running the SEC office.
About maybe mentioning that?
Well, yeah, he was at LSU for a long time.
Yeah, but you kind of just dance right past the fact that LSU graduates in the SEC office. And Greg Sankey didn't go to either. He didn't go to an SEC school.
This system has been in place.
He don't want to answer the question, though.
But David, you talk like the administrators dictate. When it comes to cross-divisional rivalries, these are decisions made by the SEC whole, not by a single person.
Turn it around, Paul. What if the head SEC official and the SEC schedule maker, all these were from Baton Rouge in Louisiana?
Alabama people catch a seizure.
Over all these years.
They'll catch a damn seizure.
So what you guys are doing, what you and Carville are doing, you're not speaking the truth. You're patching a little bit here and a little bit there and trying to weave it into...
But he just named the people who work at the SEC office, who are all Alabama grads.
David, if you knew anything about how the SEC officiating works, you would have known that you can't officiate your own game.
But why are they officiating LSU games?
Connection.
But why are Alabama graduates officiating LSU football games?
Up next. Lance, go right ahead.
See, that's the question that they're never going to answer. Why are Alabama people officiating LSU football game? See, that's the bullshit that we got to stop right there. That's how we got here. Because if they graduated from Alabama, then I have no fucking business officiating an LSU football game. Fuck that shit.
It's all about the little they call, and you know what I know.
Steve Shaw never officiated an Alabama game for that reason, and neither does it.
A returnable kick. We don't see that very often. Josh Jacobs out of the end zone.
May not be to break through with the most objective commentary from a basketball player's perspective. And if you do not want to get caught lacking in these NBA streets, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and make sure to click all. Now, as we do know, the other night, the Los Angeles Lakers did play the Houston Rockets. They did end up losing by 9, and there was a brawl that did break out. In the aftermath, there were suspensions without pay that were given. Brandon Ingram got 4 games, Rajon Rondo got 3 games, and Chris Paul got 2 games. Now, the video from that night definitely shows a lot, but what it doesn't show is the apparent altercation that did happen between Rajon Rondo's girlfriend and Chris Paul's wife. And there's multiple things that are currently being reported about this. Now, it was reported by Bleacher Report that Rajon Rondo's girlfriend and Chris Paul's wife, they exchanged words. Rajon Rondo's girlfriend actually shoved and pushed Chris Paul's wife, who was sitting next to LeBron James' wife, Savannah James. And then it's being reported that security did break that part up. And they're also saying that Rajon Rondo's family, they made quote-unquote inappropriate comments to Chris Paul's wife, Jada. Now, I understand in a matriarchal society that we do live in, it's kind of hard for somebody to give an opinion on this without there being some type of problem or backlash. I assume that's why the major networks are probably not covering this part of the story. So I'm not really going to get into the politics of it. I'm not really going to say whether it was right or wrong, especially when we don't know exactly what was said and exactly what was done at what time. All I'm going to say is that I understand it. Hey, you know, you're trying to show your multi-million-dollar men that you're definitely ride or die for them. I understand it. Now, do I somewhat think that it further perpetuates the narrative and stereotype that is put out about those of us of African-American descent? Possibly. But at the same time, it's really hard to come to a definite conclusion with that because we don't know exactly what was said and all that did happen. It is a good thing that nobody came out on, because this article does state that it wasn't just between the 2 women, it was between families even, and we know that can get real serious. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I just want to thank all you guys for your consistent support, as well as everybody that does donate. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram, because I do feature a lot of your comments.
Okay, so let's get to this story. This is a quick one. So KingDal says she was dropped from her label after Rocky Bad chain snatching, okay? Now, I remember reporting on this, and I don't remember exactly how this whole mess went, but it was like Molly Brazy, KingDal, and this girl Rocky, and they all had this big issue, and sorry for not remembering how that all went down. I don't follow this girl beef so much right here. But there's a lot of girl beefs. There's a lot of them, okay? And there's a lot of guy beefs too, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying with the girl ones, it's different than the guy ones. It's usually more clear cut. With the girls, it's like, yo, such as, you know, like it's more detailed. That's all. Okay, so anyways, this is actually could be a good situation for KingDal because now she's indie. She can go to Empire and maybe make more money if she really got dropped. Now, this is some savage stuff. So, allegedly, okay, I heard this story and I read it on some site that KingDal set up like this is like a sick plot that's pretty savage, okay? She allegedly booked this girl Rocky for an appearance or something somewhere, and when she showed up, she got pistol whipped and her chain got stolen and everything. That's crazy, man. That's some other shit. Like, it's not that funny, but it's funny because it's like, that is a lot of work to set somebody up. Book them, got to make sure everything's proper for the booking, and then you pistol whip them when they show up. You got to really want to get the drop on somebody that way. So, she's saying that she got dropped.
With them, so y'all just made it even better. Like, y'all made it even better. Now, it's even easier. Yeah, I really appreciate y'all who was tagging them and stuff, because you feel me, that they don't want these gangster bitch problems, so now they like, we might as well just drop her, I guess. You feel me? And I'm a free agent, yeah. No, because I hate when, and I called their phone whenever motherfuckers didn't answer, so, bro, I was trying to get out of a situation with them, and they was training like I was still in a situation with them, so I'm just going to air this shit out. Since they don't want to answer the phone and shit. Motherfuckers was on bother with this shit. They want to make it seem like I'm getting a drop from a level. No. I was lied to about the position they played anyways at the label, so yeah. That's what that was. Situation with.
Well, just from the end of that, it sounds like she signed to somebody who has a deal with Capital, okay? So it's like a deal through a deal. It's like having it's not even an imprint. Sometimes you get a label deal, so you're signed to that label. I don't know. KingDal is cute, though, man. She'd be such a savage. She's really cute. But anyways, we'll have to see what happens with this. Interesting. If she's really a free agent, she could make a lot more money. But we'll have to see. Jordan Tower with JT. You said that bell, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Come on. Hit that thumbs up. I'll check you guys later.
Some of the hot button issues of the day. Let's start in Jacksonville, where the Jaguars slide continued this week. After an ugly loss to the Texans, things got even uglier in the locker room when reportedly the team got into a heated argument just as reporters were being let in. And after a week of silence, Jalen Ramsey finally did some talking when he got the chance.
Y'all walk in here, y'all see how it is in here. Y'all see how we vibe with each other. Y'all see how we vibe towards the coaches. Y'all see how it is. There's no secret what's going on here right now. Ain't nobody gonna say it because, we can't. But it ain't no secret what's going on, and it ain't right now. So it is what it is.
All right, obviously Ramsey declined to drop any names there. Tell us, Marcellus, should he have named names?
Hell yeah. Coach always said names and numbers. If you're going to speak out, I want to hear it. So it's amazing that he's not thorough with it. He ain't saying it with his chest. Like, if you're going to be outspoken, you have to speak out. I was in that same position before. Now, what I didn't age well, but let me preface it by saying that. But Drew Brees' rookie year was a struggle. And we had a veteran, Doug Flutie. And in those times, I was empowered by the entire locker room. Go upstairs, Wiley, and tell him we need Doug Flutie to be the starter. So I said it. But I said it, and I said the names and the numbers, because if you're going to go there, you got to go there. And it's amazing that Jalen Ramsey does it in comfort, when it's good for him, when it's advantageous to him. But when it's not, all of a sudden I'm starting to hear him talk about, he said this. We all know the issue, right? And then
Blake Bortles.
It has to be, duh. And then seconds later, he's like, well, if I knew what the issue was, we wouldn't be taking all these losses. I would share that with y'all. Huh? Makes sense. So this is what happens when you don't go no comment, and then you try to step there, but don't go all the way there.
Calling for Doug Flutie as opposed to calling for Cody Kessler. That makes it a little hard.
A man is as faithful as his options, right? So you don't like them options, but it beats Blake Bortles right now.
All right, to Miami, where Dolphins coach Adam Gase had a rough Sunday, losing to the Lions and then getting put on blast by wide receiver Devontae Parker's agent, who called the coach incompetent for keeping Parker out of the game. Tell us, Marcellus, do you have a problem with Parker's agent doing this?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, I'm glad he did it, and I hope more agents are empowered to do it, because there are politics at play in the NFL, and it happens all the time, and rarely is it highlighted. Colin Kaepernick comes to mind for a lot of people in a glaring way. But beneath that, I'm talking about on the day-to-day, week-to-week conversation where a player is good enough to be on the field. A player is just not a good grace with the organization or good grace with the coach. I had an example once, a running back who wouldn't defer to his running back coach because he was right. And the running back coach just wanted him to respect the pecking order. Like, even if I say it and it's wrong, it's still right. And they beefed to the point where they had the bench to do. Now, I've seen politics at play where you got an incentive. If you get 50 yards in the next game, all of a sudden you get this $100,000 bonus. And mysteriously, the guy's inactive. And the guy knew he could have made the money, and he's been making the money. He's been playing all these games, Devontae Parker example. And he didn't get the opportunity. So this happens all the time in the political world, that level of the NFL.
All right, let's move to Tom Brady, who is fresh off a win over the Bears in Chicago on Sunday and didn't waste any time sending a message to his next opponent, Marcellus' old team, the Buffalo Bills.
Another great win. 5-2, got to get to 6-2. My boy LG. 6-2 on the way. Woo! Bills Mafia, here we come.
All right, tell us, Marcellus. Low-hanging fruit here by Brady going after the Bills Mafia. Bills have scored like 20 points all season.
That ain't what we do. That ain't what we about. We about the Bills Mafia, though, and he done picked the wrong team at the wrong time to talk some noise. We're going to knock that smile upside down, baby. I'm telling you, Bills Mafia knows what this week is. I don't think Tom Brady knows. He just out there thinking, oh, I'll beat this team 28 out of 31 times. Another easy win. Guess what this week is? Thurman Thomas Hall of Fame Ring of Honor ceremony. Do you know what that means to Buffalo? Do you know they tailgating right now to get in that zone to come bring that noise? You think that it's loud out there on a normal weekend. It's going to be insane. And I have nothing on the field to support my argument, but you know what? Bills Mafia about to bring some.
I'm going to tell you the most shocking thing about that video. Tom Brady has a hype man. He has his own DJ Khaled. That blew my mind.
I told you, Brady's into that branding, that marketing now. He learned a little something from Gronk.
All right, coming up, John Gruden's trade of Amari Cooper has some people fired up on Twitter. We'll get into that and the best and worst of social media.
Thank you very much for using me today.
Schmidt RB to break through with the most objective commentary from a basketball player's perspective. If you do not want to get caught lacking in these NBA streets, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and make sure to click off. Now, guys, as we are aware, last night the Lakers, they did end up losing to the Houston Rockets. It was a crazy game. There was a lot of things that happened. I hope you caught the live stream because it was lit. And the craziest thing that happened that game was definitely the brawl. And this basically all started with James Harden going to the hole, lowering his shoulder. Brandon Ingram did not like it. Then he ended up pushing him. Then the situation seemed to have de-escalated, and then next thing you know, basically Chris Paul and Rondo are going at it. Now, during the live stream, I told you guys specifically, everybody's so hyped up about, the whole brawl that took place, but what we really got to have a conversation about is how are these pending fines and suspensions, how are they really going to impact both teams moving forward? And we did not know the amount of games until now. Now, it was just reported by Bleacher Report that the NBA suspensions have been handed out. Brandon Ingram is getting 4 games suspended. Rajon Rondo is getting 3. Chris Paul is getting 2. Now, first off, whenever we look at the amount of games that each player was suspended, I'm thinking that Brandon Ingram got 4 games because the whole situation in a lot of ways started with him, even though it did kind of de-escalate, for a quick second before it popped off with Rajon Rondo and Chris Paul. And then even when it did re-escalate, he came back into the brawl and threw another hit. So I'm pretty sure that's why he got 4 games. Rajon Rondo 3 games. I mean, he definitely threw punches that connected. And then Chris Paul is definitely getting 2 games because even though he didn't throw a punch, he definitely put his hands all up in some man's face. And I just got to say, guys, moving forward, I mean, if we look at the Lakers, they're 0-2. And if we look at the Rockets, they're 1-1. Now, keep in mind, this is the Western Conference. If you're the Lakers, losing Brandon Ingram and Rajon Rondo for that amount of games, that's huge. Not only does it mess with, your current time transition, trying to build chemistry with all these new players on the team, it definitely messes with that. But even if we look at somebody like Brandon Ingram, he was really just starting to hit his stride, get his confidence going. I think he and LeBron are definitely starting to gain a chemistry together. And Rajon Rondo, I mean, he's been very dependable on the court as far as not turning the ball over, getting guys involved, getting the Lakers into their offense. And he's also another on-court leader that LeBron James can really depend on, even though he couldn't depend on LeBron James in that scuffle. And then we look at the Rockets losing Chris Paul for 2 games. Again, it is just 2 games, and you did just come out with a win. I think it's likely that the Rockets will also win tonight. And with the talent that the Rockets do have on their squad, I don't think it will be as hindering or as important as the Lakers losing Brandon Ingram and Rajon Rondo for that amount of games. And I also have to mention this, in a weird way, this might in some ways increase LeBron James' MVP chances this year. Now, hear me out. If they lose Brandon Ingram, Rajon Rondo for this amount of games, and then LeBron James starts out 0-2 with the Lakers, and then they hit a winning stride and he's carrying that team, the media is going to look at that. Last year, even though it was late in the season, that's one of the reasons why Ben Simmons got Rookie of the Year, because of that stretch where Joel Embiid went down. So if the Lakers can hone it in here, get on a good winning streak, in the weirdest way, this scuffle could actually help LeBron James' MVP chances this year. Now, guys, this is one of the only places that you can come and get objective commentary where the content creator actually interacts with you during the videos and even live streams. If you guys can, definitely help me and share this video, and then also like the video so that more people can find out about this channel, this content, this objective commentary. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I just want to thank all of you guys for your consistent support, as well as everybody that does donate. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram because I do feature a lot of your comments there, but there's not too much else I want to talk about. Sincerely, God bless every single one of you guys. I'm your man, RB The Breakthrough, and I'll see you in the next video, but let that outro play though. You are a hater, but me, I am greater. If you have a chick, then you know I might take her. See, you are a clipper, but me, I'm a Laker. Yes, I am the heater. When you are the waiter, I play in the game, and you are a spectator, but simple a wiper, but me, I'm a hater. You are created, me, I'm a creator. You're anti-I'm
people. It seems like you be telling not to hate.
All right, welcome back. Time now for Tell Us Marcellus, where we put Marcellus on the spot and get into some of the hot button issues of the day. Let's start in Jacksonville, where the Jaguars slide continued this week. After an ugly loss to the Texans, things got even uglier in the locker room when reporters were being let in. And after a week of silence, Jalen Ramsey finally did some talking when he got the chance.
Y'all walk in here, y'all see how it is in here. Y'all see how we vibe with each other. Y'all see how we vibe towards the coaches. Y'all see how it is. There's no secret what's going on here right now. Ain't nobody gonna say it because, we can't. But it ain't no secret what's going on. It ain't right now. So it is what it is.
All right, obviously Ramsey declined to drop any names there. Tell us, Marcellus, should he have named names?
Hell yeah. Coach always said names and numbers. If you're going to speak out,
Be antisocial. Darnell Smith, our social media manager, is here wearing a very lovely Warren Central shirt. Love that golf shirt.
Appreciate that.
We play Ben Davis this week coming up.
Ben Davis?
Yeah, won't talk.
Like the khaki suit dude? What y'all playing them old people out there?
It's a big game. It's a
Huge
big game. Playoff time.
Oh, there you go.
What's popping out on those Twitter streets, Darnell?
Yes, sir. We're going to start off with today's big news with the Cowboys trading for star wide receiver Amari Cooper. But while Twitter is buzzing with optimistic Cowboys, Raider Nation is also celebrating over acquiring another first-round pick in next year's draft. But friend of the show and professional buzzkill, Bucky Brooks, tweeted, "We can applaud the Raiders for having 3 first-round picks in 2019, but it's meaningless if John Gruden can't select 3 blue-chip players. He's traded away 2 Pro Bowl players back to Cooper. Let's see if he can pick college players capable of playing up to that standard." You think Gruden can capitalize on 3 first-round picks?
Yeah, I think Bucky's setting the bar really high, though. He's got to nail all 3. It's a great success. If he finds one great, awesome Hall of Fame type player, I still give him the victory. Going 3 for 3.
Yeah, it's tough though, man. I mean, one, you're going to be graded on. He basically went to this team and said, "Who are our top 5 players?" And he's gotten rid of at least 3 of those. I mean, Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack, part of the game. Sad to see that all those guys have to go in what looks like a demo effort by this team. But will he nail all 3? Absolutely not. He's going to have more chances, like you said. He's going to have a mulligan in there. So I think he's going to go 2 for 3.
We'll see. All right, Darnell, what's next?
Yeah, let's move to Amy Schumer.
Oh, boy.
The actor/comedian made waves on Instagram on Friday when he posted a rant including statements, "I wonder why more white players aren't kneeling. I personally told my reps I wouldn't do a Super Bowl commercial this year, and I think it would be cool if Maroon 5 backs out of the Super Bowl like Bad Girl Riri, aka Rihanna, did." Whitlock, you took issue with this, right?
Major issue, and I had my Twitter off gassed up just for this second. Amy Schumer with all I got.
Okay.
Listen, Amy, you know nothing about football. You need to stay out of this. Football is a sport that has created more black millionaires than any other industry. We don't need to be boycotting the NFL to support equality. Hollywood wishes it had the kind of diversity and inclusion and success with minorities that pro football has had. Amy, you need to go sit down somewhere and mind your business or deal with the issues in Hollywood rather than criticizing the NFL.
Agree. So I'm not gonna echo. Let me say this: I don't like how she started this off. Why aren't more kneeling? Because I know what that is. Why aren't more black players kneeling? And hold on, if I was on the team, I wouldn't have kneeled. I wouldn't have protested in this way. Am I for the cause? Yeah, absolutely. Would I have done it a different way? Absolutely. How dare you criticize me for the way I want to do it? So that's what's bad.
Sell out ass niggas.
Oh, you tripping. Oh, you tripping.
Anti-something dove into my chest and dove into my chest. And luckily, these 2 bouncers, because again, the owner loves me to death. He's like a lot of money. And Diamond Jones late on the set act or threatened to be attacked.
Hi. Shoe dry, and there you go.
Back to the World Series for the 2nd straight year. Queen has been criticized throughout his up and down career, most notably by Bill Plaskett of the LA Times, but he remains a fan favorite in LA and online. So it's no surprise this clip of Puig celebrating in the locker room, repaying the favorites of Plaskett, has gone viral. Take a look.
You're too dry.
No one's throwing champagne on me because the Chiefs and the Royals never won championships when I was there. But was I attacked or threatened to be attacked multiple times in locker rooms over my career?
Face to face?
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
You got some names?
Marcus Allen, Andre Rising. But the closest, I had a near-death experience. You remember Wayne Simmons?
Oh, yeah, he was, woo! That was favorite Wayne.
Oh, yeah, he was really about that.
Yeah, all in.
Understand me. I'm sitting in my favorite adult gentleman's club in Kansas City. Joe Magazine, Diamond Jones, love you. I'm sitting in Diamond Jones late on a Saturday or Sunday night. And
Parker Daniels show
came in. And
the Parker Daniels show.
Saw me sitting there having a beer.
All right, 94.
Listen, I turned my... Oh, my God.
I didn't know
Jesus Christ.
I can't see
I turned my TV off for you.
Oh, yeah. Land Africa.
It's amazing, and I'm so happy for you and everything, and all that.
I am an entrepreneur, I'm my own manager. I have employed two employees that I had to train to help set up the machine, and I tell everybody I'm blessed to have something to do, and I'm not trying to get rich. I'm rich to go to heaven. I'm just thankful that God allowed me to be able to have something to do and to supplement my income and to be able to be in a position to help others who need help and employment.
That is so great. That is so great. Well, Miss Barbara, I thank you for coming on our show today and everything and giving us your testimony, like that. And
that's right.
And everything. We never really kind of went that route before, but I'm glad you did that. You are truly a testimony and everything.
That's all the way I go, as I said.
And I hope that somebody views this will get the encouragement and that you got, from you and everything and all that. Miss Barbara, in closing, is there anything that you would like to tell your viewers?
Yes, there is. I would like to tell anyone who have doubts and fear and disconcernment, always remember, with God all things are possible. You trust and believe in Him. He will lead you and guide you in the right direction. There is nothing that you can't do without Him. Don't let your handicap, your education, your family, nothing get in your way. One of my instructors told me, something you need to do, you hit the ground running. Don't stop till you get there.
That's right. That's right. That's amen. All I can say is amen.
That's right.
All right. Well, Miss Barbara, I thank you again for coming on our show and everything. It has been truly amazing talking to you and watching and seeing what you have gone through and overcome.
And guess what? God is not through yet. And there's other, I like to motivate young people who feel as though there's too much stuff in their way. Just go out and try it. Don't use excuses. Don't use internet stuff. Go and get your education. Get a trade. Do something with your life. Don't blame others for your downfall. Pick yourself up by the bootstrap and trust in God, and you can do anything. You can be anything.
That's right. That is so right. All right. Well, viewers, this is Kim Daniels, co-host of the Parker Daniels Show. I thank you for watching today, our interview and testimony from Miss Barbara. Hit that subscribe button, follow us, and you can also send us a comment. You can also contact us via email. If you would like to come on the show, send us a bio at parkerdaniels2018@yahoo.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well, and everything. And until
How was
next
that?
time, we'll talk to you soon.
She called me out guard. She called me. I wasn't prepared for her. And cause I was busy, I had a turnaround going on. And I had a video chat here. I said, I'm not dressed for the video chat. And so Jazzy sent her a picture, so I don't know what she got. That's Anthony, that's the one. So that was bad.
We're going to touch on a wide array of topics or subjects or individuals who may be through some type of
I'm going to put something in that battery.
and today is no exception. This gentleman has gone to a wide
my chest and did dove into my chest. And luckily, these two bouncers, because again, the owner loves me to death. He's like a
spent a lot of money there.
loves me to death.
Keeping the business
His two bouncers came in and pulled Wayne Simmons off of me, touched him up a few times, and ran him out of the building, and I survived that. But that's the closest I've had to death. Because Wayne Simmons would have mopped the floor with me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I played with Wayne, I think, 1 year at Buffalo. As a grown man, you shouldn't walk around getting punked, but he gonna go somewhere that I'm not going. So you gotta pick it back. Oh, in practice, man, I'm glad I had on equipment. This dude was crazy, man.
Yeah, he was about that life.
Yeah, all in.
All right, next, Darnell.
Yeah, moving over to Eric Reed, who got to a pregame scuffle with Malcolm Jenkins, but also made some plays on the field. In the fourth quarter, when he snagged a pick off Carson Wentz, Pro Football Talks Michael David Smith tweeted, Eric Reed just made a game-clinching interception. There are 31 other teams he could be making plays like that for, but they chose not to sign him. Now, the pick ended up being overturned by replay, but still, does Smith have a point?
No, this is premature SJWing. And I like Michael David Smith.
Premature.
But he works for Pro Football Woke, and so occasionally he has to throw this out there. And look, I don't even say how he made the mistake, because within 30 seconds they knew it was overturned.
Oh, you know, he was ready on that trigger. Like, Cali won. First pick of his no-pick season. Oh, it's not a pick. Dang it, already hit sand. All right, whatever. Let it go.
All right, Darnell, what's next?
Yeah, last but not least, we're going to watch your First Things First this morning, and our own Nick Wright had an interesting take about the Chiefs. Take a listen.
And while I understand the Rams are definitely the more balanced team, there's no question about it. The Chiefs, I feel, have a better offense. They have a better quarterback. They have better wide receivers. They have far and away the best special teams in football. Is that enough to overcome the fact that the Rams have a better defense? I think it is.
You guys agree the Chiefs are better than the Rams?
Wow, I went into this clip thinking there was no shot. I was going to say, I think the Chiefs can beat the Rams, but I'm not ready to say one team is better than the other. But I got to admit, I think Nick Wright kind of won me over. We're both Kansas City homers. Nick was born there. I obviously worked there for 16 years. But he kind of won me over with the special teams argument. And you know, when I really think about it, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, that is a better receiving core than the Rams. So I'm right. Where's my Pat Mahomes wig? I'm ready to throw it on. Yes.
Not with that suit. Don't throw that on me. You're too clean there. You're too clean, bro. He's talking to hidden yardage, special teams, hidden yardage, change of possession, change of field. I can respect that. But it's a talent argument he gave us, which is the potential of a team. But in reality, the execution argument is usually how you win a championship. We're going to find out in a couple weeks in Mexico, right down the street. We can go across that border and go find out, because they're playing each other.
Here's where I would say the difference is, if I were making the Rams argument, two words, Aaron Donald.
Say it.
The Chiefs.
Are you tripping? Are you tripping? Are you tripping? You bust or a bum? My chain, my little chain, more heavier than this one. Than any bitch rapping on the mic. They don't want these gangster bitch problems. So now I'm a free agent, yeah. About the position they play.
Drew Brees with his 500th career touchdown pass, and he went 501. He went full-on jeans on us by adding another one yesterday in a huge win for the Saints over the Ravens. And here he is, pushing 40 now, getting out of the pocket, making some incredible throws. You were there when he first stepped off the campus of Purdue, and you were there when he was a rookie in San Diego. Did you see anything there when you saw him that, hey, this could be a GOAT walking into our midst right now?
No, I will be candid and say no, to the point where Drew and I even had a little words of difference at times. I was empowered by the team. His rookie year, he was struggling, and people wanted Doug Flutie to be our quarterback because he was a veteran. He had success in Buffalo, and Drew's going to be their future, so let Doug be the present. And I'm one of the guys that was told to go upstairs and make sure that change occurred. Kind of in the Jalen Ramsey mode, but I was more outspoken than I think even Jalen Ramsey. And after one game, I said, 7-7-7, Doug Flutie should be our quarterback. Who would have known that Drew Brees would make me eat those words? And obviously that message didn't age well. But he came in with his positive and negative attributes, people said. Some people said deadly accurate. not the arm strength you desire for an NFL quarterback. And I got to see him from throw one to still present day, seeing him do amazing things. What I love about him is the old adage that football is a great game of skill, greater game of will. When a guy tears his shoulder off his body, basically, when a guy responds from that kind of adversity, from his early playing years, that adversity, he didn't hit the ground running like LaDainian Tomlinson did that same year. To become who he is right now, all about character, all about his perseverance.
It's amazing. I did not know that story about you and Breeze. Are you and Breeze okay?
Yeah, we're good.
You're good now?
We're good. I don't know if Brittany's still his wife, is my friend, the way it went down. But, you know, it was a different time there. It wasn't social media and everything. But
no, it's also, too, though, I mean, Big Ben had that issue. Remember Alan Faneca? Like, who is this kid coming in?
Yeah.
You know, we don't need him right now. We can't turn things over to a rookie. I mean, that happens in the NFL all the time. And I think the way that rookies are now coming out of college now, people can't understand that might have been an issue for veterans with a rookie quarterback who's drafted high. Now that you see what Mahomes can do, I mean, Wentz, Goff, I mean, Watson, you could just go on and on and on. And now you're saying, why aren't these guys playing right now, as opposed to why are they playing at all?
Yeah,
it's a totally different time, I think.
We had a different leash. Like, our calendars have to synchronize. So if I'm a veteran, I don't have time to wait for you to get good. I don't have time for you to catch up to us and come to speed with us. And we didn't have that leash for him as well, but obviously he proved us wrong, but different times then.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern, on Audience.
Arizona cornerback Patrick Peterson's gone to the Cardinals again and asked them for a trade. And they continue to insist they're not trading, and he continues to insist that he wants to be traded. And so you've got an issue here in Arizona right now with Peterson. And again, they have been steadfast that they're not going to trade him. But he is, quote unquote, desperately, that was the word that was used, trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
So that tells you that there's an issue there that obviously they have to figure out with him if they're not going to trade him. So we'll see if something gets done. Again, I want to be very clear. Arizona says it's not trading him. Okay? Right. But he continues to ask. He wants out.
Yeah, well, definitely when you're a guy like Patrick Peterson, who is in his prime and actually playing this year better than I've seen him in probably the last 4 or 5 years, you want to be on a team that's contending. But, you know, Tim talked about it earlier on this season with Earl Thomas. These teams, they have the control. These contracts say that you belong to these teams until they feel like you don't. And so Patrick Peterson can go to the Arizona Cardinals as much as he wants to, but until they can find something that they feel is worth him, which I believe would have to be a ton, or it just feels like it's time for them to part ways, Patrick Peterson would be a part of this organization.
Well, it's their prerogative to say noted. We know how you feel. We'll be in touch. I mean, that's all
I think the interesting thing, and I think it kind of showed itself in the Seattle situation with Earl Thomas, and I think that, you know, in every situation is unique, but think about the guys that you're talking about. You're talking about guys, whether it's Earl or whether it's Patrick Peterson, guys that are leaders. They're like not just respected in their locker rooms, but around the league, not just as awesome players, but I think guys around the league look at them and like the way that just they handle themselves in general in terms of, you know, of the type of guys they are, but as well as the type of players they are. So I think that's what ends up being unique, is when you have a good guy, a really good player who's like, look, I don't want to be here because for whatever reason, whether it's contract or it's because the team stinks.
Right. It doesn't really matter why.
That ends up being kind of a brutal thing for a locker room to swallow.
No question. We trust. We don't just trust. We know you're going to continue to keep us updated because we can see that. So, Adam Schefter on the case.
If this is written correctly, this is terrible because I don't understand it. Sipping that lean, I'm monster. My she look like Tiana, chopper big like Iman Shumpert. Rocking that Wayne, Alexander. Sometimes I feel like I'm Shaba. I want to say somebody tweeted a piece of this and it's Lil B. If I gotta rate these bars though, because I haven't heard the actual cadence he said it in, I can't judge the flow of it. The sipping the lean part, like I just lost the homie Fredo the lean, so I'm not thrilled about the lean talk anymore. Chopper big like Iman Shumpert. There's something about that bothers me. The big reference, you know, without a pause. Yeah, this is like a 2 out of 5. Unless like I said, if I heard it over the beat, I probably could act different. My team in the cut, packing metal things. That's more foreign shooters than the Sacramento King. There's 8 class carats in the border. I poke holes in plastic to avoid vaginal disorder. I like the scheme of it. I can't get down with this. That last line is a bad punchline. Yeah, I'm gonna get this like a 2.5 out of 5. Reach in my bag, pull out heavy artillery, let it out verbally. 2 people say they feeling me like Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson stole the show at the Super Bowl. Batman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, boy, I'm super cold. Yeah, because he was Mr. Freeze at the, reach in my bag, because that's what the kids do these days. They reach in their bag, but I pull out the artillery. They thought that was a gun, but I was like, no, I'll let that off verbally. You see what? 5 out of 5. Yeah, for sure. Back to back. Oh, you mean back to whack? Back to back. Me and Drizzy laughed at that. They say numbers don't matter, but when they discussing the Kings, they always turn around and say LeBron ain't got 6 rings. That's Nicki Minaj. That was actually a really, really good scheme. I remember when she put that out, automatically a 5. And I'm not even biased for Nicki Minaj. I'm actually a very hard critic for her. Just because she gave me all them mixtapes of rapping so good that it's like the whole Barbie thing, kinda. I used to be like, nah, Nicki, now stop. On the word. And when you keep giving people that word, they know what to do. Like, oh, I know dope coming at the end, so I'm just say dope at the end and feel like I know it. People always want to join in. That's the whole thing about music. That's dope. It sounds like Machine Gun Kelly when I'm reading. My city, been turned up. Yeah, that's definitely Machine Gun. Gotta be. 5 on 5, use a Shump reference. But I must take risks to find a honey that's legit. Whether she push a buck and a 6, bumping some mad chips. Out on her own, I live out with moms and pops home. Rockstar fashion, Adidas, attire, a Timbo. I don't know who that is, but they smooth. I like their cadence. I like that they don't stretch words. They know what to do with syllables. They got a good breakdown of syllables. So I would have to hear that delivery and what beat they did it to. So that's like a 3 or a 4. I could relate to kids going straight to the league when they recognize that that's what it takes to succeed. And that's around the time that your idols become your rivals. You make friends with Mike, but got to AI for your survival. The Mike AI reference gives you an image to go off of, and that's how you get that reaction I asked for in the club. So everybody gonna think of Mike getting hit with the bop bop J. I'm gonna get that a 5 out of 5. I like the cadence of that. I like the flow. Tatted up like J.R. Smith. What was that sound? That was swish. Shout out to Shumpert and Triss. They got the rebounds and defense. That's when Wayne made that song for us. Wayne's a good guy. Like I said, it's a good Shumpert reference. J.R. Smith to Swish reference. And honestly, his beat selection, his delivery on this was so crazy. It really didn't matter what he said. He didn't have to say my name for this to be raw. Just a 5 out of 5, because like I said, he could have talked about anything, but his scheme and his delivery on this just made you believe everything. And it was dope because a lot of people try and make that soundtrack to a game vibe, and they suck at it, and he's actually really good at it. Shout out to Tuma. Call me Iman Shumpert. Turn a Hummer. I flex, baby, key bitch. Give me my money. Old school player, ain't a damn thing funny.
It's a freak.
It's a direwolf.
What's the deal, my people? You know it's Don225's, and I'm back at you with another Game of Thrones video, breaking down the things you missed, using Easter eggs and hidden clues that explains everything that's gonna happen in Game of Thrones Season 8. And in this video, without a shadow of a doubt, I will give you 100% proof of who sent the direwolves in Game of Thrones, using all of the foreshadow things that we have seen in the show and a couple of facts from the books. Now, one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in all of Game of Thrones is who sent the direwolves. Now, we know that this is a mystery because they even bring this up in the show.
There are no direwolves south of the wall.
So the fact that they point that out means that this is not a natural occurrence. These direwolves should not be here in this situation at this time. And I believe that I have figured out many hidden clues that others may have missed that
You do this, and you do that, and he went Papa, do it look like I'm spitting this water? Do it look like I'm spitting this water?
I don't know what spitting water look like.
It's gonna look real nasty in real life. I know that.
Why you like doing that when I'm playing?
I don't.
Yeah, you do. You love distracting me.
What have you been gotta kill?
I've been got a kill, I know.
What if you been had a kill and I was disrupting you?
You always doing that.
See, but then when you get a kill, you get happy.
I got 4 kills and I ain't died yet. No, I haven't. I ain't died yet. No, I haven't.
I saw you.
I have not died yet.
I see you died.
When?
When you were supposed to get your 3 kills.
I have not died yet. But you gon' come your hating ass over when I got a death. That's my first time dying, bro.
You're sick.
Whatever. It's on camera, nigga. I'm sitting here arguing with your ass.
If you think he died, leave it in the description.
You just hit me in my head, man.
I ain't trying to.
That's why you're supposed to keep your feet on the ground. Yeah. Haters hate.
Haters get mad. Haters get mad because they don't got no kills. Somebody else got 16 kills, but they ain't got nothing.
Damn.
Papa, at school I ain't was missing out one basketball shot. At school. Not one. Not one of them was bad. I did all of them good. I had shot in the basketball hoop real good. I even been throwing my football good. And it was a big one too. One that you would use if you was in a real football. Oh, safe. Papa, how'd you lose all that health from the storm? I was scratching my head.
What the fuck, teammate? You standing your pussy ass right there. I'll come shoot your ass if I could. Let that nigga take all the loot and shit.
Queen. Come on. Come on. Come on.
What up?
My mama trying to ask you, did the gas station have rice?
They might. Do she need me to walk to the gas station?
He said they might. Do you need him to walk to the gas station? She said she don't know if she wants you to walk to the gas station.
They got some right to the refrigerator, huh?
I don't think they do. Dang, people in there.
Dang. Come on, no! No! Son of a bitch! You wearing purses, bro?
I'm saying yeah, huh? Because if you're a girl or a boy, you said a boy. This is a girl. See? Girl will do. Not boys. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You gonna make some rice and gravy?
How you gonna do this out of that? If you're a bee, you're my girl. You're so I can do it. La 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 la. Ew. La la la. also glad my papa's gonna be back in a little bit. That's what I know. Yeah.
Man, they still ain't fucking finished this match. I hate this part of this game. You gotta sit here and wait on these people to finish.
Cake too. Red cake. Hey, Tyler. I ain't got no sugar either. That's why I thought it was sugar. Ain't no more sugar. But I had forgot that I had used the sugar day before yesterday. You know the blue one?
One of the things on the back of his book, the thing that clip on to the back, now you might be able to still
Cause I just saw this paper and they didn't show it to me Friday. And I just saw it this morning.
Why you not talk about broadcast? You ain't gonna get him no money.
Yeah, get out my face.
What? Look at Tyra. Tyra, look at me.
Tyra, look at your baby.
Well, I got a sweater and boots on and it ain't even cold out.
Oh, it's about to get cold. It's about to get real cold.
Look at this, Tyra.
It's gonna be 48 degrees.
Look at this.
Girl, do you see how she posing with it though?
Right. But no, what's the name?
What you fucking do? RJ and shooting outside. In the kitchen was pushing a girl. In the kitchen was pushing what a hair. Who wanna play with mom? That's terrifying. Why you keep looking at me? Queen, don't this look like somehow? Yep. I'm about to go, kid, okay? Goodbye. I don't got no hair. Is this me? Bye, sweetie. Bye, mommy. That's good by somebody. Look, in this house, my mother. And mosquitoes. So much pain in my body. Yeah. Sweetie, you so grounded. What? You let the mosquitoes in. So? That doesn't make me drowning because I got all this hair. Come on, Mom. Oh, Daddy. Give me Papa. That's what genius. How genius.